Hello followers, my name is MrMFretwell and today we're going to be doing some more Jungle Terror developer commentary. So, I want to take on the Ancient Tomb dungeon today. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. What I do know is it's either going to go right or wrong, basically, with this dungeon. This dungeon's been in every version of the map, including the Castaway Escape version, back in last summer. So yeah, I've brought Ender Pearls. The way to do this dungeon that I've found to be the most reasonable tactic is to Ender Pearl. Ender Pearl in, Ender Pearl out, basically. Because this place is insanity. It's filled with spawners, and you can't really do it any other way. Everyone that I have seen play through this map has, most of the time, excuse me, has Ender Pearled through this dungeon. So I brought along all my Ender Pearls. 4 is not the ideal amount. As I say, it will either go right or it will go wrong. I could either end up dying or not. But also, I brought along this golden shovel because we need to get ourselves some soul sand as well. So they are the two objectives. I'm bringing as little equipment as I can for this dungeon because I might end up dying here and possibly losing everything, so I didn't want to bring anything really valuable, particularly being as I've already lost the rock crumbler. I'd rather not lose any other picks and stuff. So why don't we just head over there now, and let's see where we go. So the ancient tomb is right there. Just checking something momentarily. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was actually recording then, because I'm not sure if it was or not. It didn't display the symbol it normally does. But we are, so that's good stuff. So here's the ancient tomb. I lit it up earlier. But basically, from the word go, this place is going to be insanity. And we don't have any speed potions either, which makes this area just a little bit harder. I knew you couldn't forget this area. It was the toughest by far. Good luck getting the wool out of here. Okay, so here we are, spider already. So let's get out of here as best we can. If I can outrun them, then we should be alright. The soul sand certainly does help them. Oops. That skeleton's not really helping. Now then, we are out of building blocks, which is not ideal. And neither is that, and now I've lost it as well. Get out of here. Oh no! No! No creeper. No! Ah! Well, there's the soul sand. Give me that stuff. No! Oh! No! No, that's not what I wanted to do! I've used up all my ender pearls in one go. I ended up clicking the wrong mouse button. Oh, that means that getting out of here is going to be a real challenge. Just me to do that. So now I'm going to have to manually get out of here without the use of ender pearls. This is going to be a miracle if I can make it out of here alive now. Come on, reach the button. Oh. Wow. That is the definition of insanity. I used up all my ender pearls in one go by holding down the wrong button. I was not looking at my hotbar, and unfortunately I ended up using up all my ender pearls in one go. That was not how I intended to do it, but we beat the dungeon, so let me comment on that dungeon. So that dungeon was it's been commented on by a number of my beta testers and players, and there's been a bit of a debate go on as to whether the current last dungeon or that one is the hardest. It depends on the way you approach it. The way I approached it initially was going to be to use ender pearls. That didn't work out. If you ender pearl, that makes that dungeon not too bad, which is why I made it the second to last dungeon rather than the last one. So that was something to take into consideration, along with the fact that I also wanted to keep that dungeon from the first couple of maps of this that were made, the original Jungle Terror and Castaway Escape. That dungeon was it's designed to be hard. Basically it's, I think, something like 60 towers, those little bone-like towers made out of sandstone which make up the ancient tomb. Each of those has 12 spawners in it, so taking down the spawners was not my intention with that dungeon. My intention was to either rush you or use ender pearls. That was the idea behind it. Unfortunately for me, that didn't quite work out, but nonetheless we still managed to get there, and I got the soul sand that I wanted as well through creeper blowing up. So that's definitely not the way to do that dungeon. I'm not entirely sure how I survived that, and my armors took not too bad of a beating, but there we go. I would recommend using ender pearls for that dungeon. My inspiration for that dungeon really was I wanted to create somewhere that was really hard, and it was the last dungeon in my previous 2 versions before I made the new Fire Lake Castle, which is what we'll check out in the next episode. But I wanted to make a really challenging dungeon, as it was the last one, and I wanted to, at the time that the original Jungle Terror was built, we didn't have the custom spawners that we do now. The original Jungle Tower was made in 1.2, so that was before all the new spawners and stuff, and that mechanic. So it was just basically swarm the player back then. This map was in the era of maps like Uncharted Territory and Spellbound Caves, so there wasn't everything that we have access to now. So that was more like a raw brute force attack type dungeon, where ender pearls will be the ideal way to go forward. I left that dungeon in because I thought it was a really challenging place, even now with the new spawners, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people who have played this map have said that that dungeon was a lot of fun. So I hope that you enjoy that dungeon if you play this map. Don't let my shenanigans there put you off. But I think this episode is going to be quite short because I haven't done a whole lot today. But let me just put the mob drops away. I didn't even use my golden apple. How about that? So mob drops, gunpowder, bones. These are building blocks, so I'll put those in here. And the soul sand I'm going to set up off camera somewhere. Redstone torches, I would say they are miscellaneous. I put the remainder of them in there. Ladders are also miscellaneous, but they're going to come in handy in the next dungeon. So what else do we need? We need a sign and a torch for this dungeon. So let's grab a sign and grab a torch. So, green wool, and this time I will remember the sound. I know I left it out last time, so it sounded a bit weird. Because I split that episode into 2 parts, I forgot all about it, so sorry about that, but the sound is back this time. And also, I need to do one thing for Aurabolt, who played through my map. He was one of my beta testers. I have to do, sort of like, because this is a jungle map, we need to do a jungle ritual. He does rituals after placing walls on monuments in all of his maps, and he came up with it through this map by doing a ritual. So I've got to think up something jungly while I put this wool on. So, I don't really know. Let's just do a bunch of random sort of speaking noises and tones. That's gonna be my my call for this wool. But anyway, on a 1, on a 2, on a 3. And there we go. So that's green wool, and we got that from the dungeon of many monsters, many monster and ender pearl failure. Done. Light it up. So that pretty much concludes the ancient tomb. In terms of stuff down there, there is a bunch of random loot down there, but it's basically all junk down there, and I think there are some name chests, but there's nothing that we don't already have or that I can't already get. So, in the next episode, we will be moving on to the final dungeon in this map, and that will be Fire Lake Castle. We probably won't do that all in an episode, I imagine. We'll probably do that over 2 or 3, because that's quite a long dungeon compared to what we've just had to face, certainly. So, off camera, I'm going to get prepared to take on Fire Lake Castle. One of the things I really want to do next time is get the access to the Nether Wart, which is down in Fire Lake Castle, so that we can do some brewing up here, so that we can get some potions for the final stretch. So, that pretty much covers it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you had a lot of fun watching me struggle with the ender pearls there. And until next time guys, see you later and have a good day.